What's up, everybody? Listen, got a new video out for you guys today. Today's video is entitled, "The Narc Lives in a Constant State of Torment." A constant state of torment. The reason, but one of the reasons that the narc lives in a state of constant torment is because the narcissists, they do things. They live their life in a way where, let me start like this. The empath, we start and live our lives in a way where we fear living that life of constant turmoil, meaning doing people wrong, doing bad things, and wrecking relationships, being reckless, being careless, and always being in an entanglement that it always leads to another one. So we respect karma. We respect karma because we don't want to live our lives having to deal with that karma every day, knowing that we messed up that relationship and we messed up another relationship, because we know that at a certain point in life, you start to learn and you acknowledge that no matter how many times, you can always go out and restart a relationship, but that next relationship is not going to be the same as the last. You're going to have to work a little harder every time to get the same, and you're still not going to get the same things out of that last one. So a lot of times, you guys, when I'm saying the next person they go to, they're not as good as the last as you may not have been as good as the person before you. And I'm saying that because as the narcissist goes forward, they're picking somebody different, but they're not getting the same thing they got out of the last one. And I'm saying that because at the end of the day, and I'm not saying that to say every time they picking something, worse or better. That's not necessarily it in a nutshell. What I'm saying is, if you know you were a good person to that narc, if you know you were a great person to the narc, they have to go to the new person or the current person, and they're gonna have to deal with a lot of things that they did not have with you. Okay, because they are so used to destroying good relationships. That is the reason that narc stays in a perpetual state of torment, because the next one is not as good as the last every time with the narc. See, the narc doesn't look at karma the same way we looked at the karma. See, the narc feels like they're going to get around that karma. They feel like there are things that they can do to manipulate karma. They truly feel like, nah, this is not going to come back on me. That is one of the reasons why they live in total torment, and the reason you don't. The reason that you don't live in torment is because you respect the relationships that you have, and you respect when you're with a good person or when you're with a spouse. You respect the relationship. And you respect the relationship because you don't want to deal with the backlash of the karma. Because you're like, hey, I don't want to live my life knowing I would had a great opportunity to be happy with someone. And instead of, pushing that opportunity and making the most of the opportunity, I let it go. I not just let it go, but I destroyed that relationship with a good person. I destroyed it and moved on to this other person. And now, I don't have the things that I had. They're not the same. They don't have the same mannerisms. They don't cook the same. They don't clean the same. They don't have the same hygiene. People, I'm telling you, stuff like that, you're just assuming that everybody has great hygiene, that everybody, keeps themselves up, that everybody is a good cook or has good manners. And everybody is different. Everybody is different. If you know that you were doing a great job with your ex, you're respecting the boundaries of karma. You're like, I don't want to live my life in regret, always having to look back. Man, I blew that. Because you remember opportunities that you had in your life, and you remember how you messed them up in the past. So you don't want to live your life in regret, knowing that I blew another great opportunity, especially with a person. That's one that you really don't want to live down. You really want the relationship with a person to be a great relationship. You want all of that stuff to be polished. You want everything to be good. You want a situation where if it doesn't go well, that you did everything you were supposed to do so that, you don't have to deal with that karma and that backlash of, am I this, that, and the third, or, anything else. You don't want to live that way. And that's the best way to live. Well, the narcissist doesn't live that way. They live in a perpetual state of going from one person to the next, and they're just recycling. And see, this is one thing I want y'all to understand. The narcissist is always going to recycle their old supplies, the people they put on the bench, and they took out the game, put them on the bench. They're always going to go back to the bench. And the reason that they're going to go back to the bench is because, see, the narc is always looking for different supply. They're always looking for it. Well, they don't always get it. Don't think that they're just going out there every day and walk out the house this morning and they just found a great person. That's not how it works, people. If you think so, then you go do it. If you think that it's just that easy, I want you to go out here just 2 days this week and find a good person. And let me know in the comments if you found them. Okay? So the narc is always shopping. But they're shopping because, again, they're in a perpetual state of craziness, crazy making, gaslighting, future faking, projecting. They're always doing these things because they're always into something devious, mischievous. And I'm saying that to say that that's one of the reasons why they stay and live in a perpetual state of total dissatisfaction. Because people, look, when they go to, and just like with you, the narc, when they were with you, you noticed that when you guys broke up, they were already in a relationship with somebody. That didn't just start because you guys were going through something. No. All of that craziness you were going through in the relationship, that person that you see them with, that's the reason why you were going through it. Okay? You're going to go through absolute hell every single day that you live with a narcissist. Then you're not going to have well, every now and then you'll have a good day. But as soon as the narc notices it, like, what you think you doing? Walking around here smiling like you got, okay, just watch what I do for that. That's how a narcissist thinks. And see, the narc, they're looking at life. They're looking at everything as they got to control it. They have to control everything. So when you're relationshiping or being in an entanglement with the narc, you're still, even though you want to get out, you're still trying to do it in a way where you don't bring negative karma on yourself. The narc doesn't care because they always look at it like, well, I got this supply. I'm gonna always have a supply. I'm gonna always have something. That's how they feel. This person over here, they're gonna always be there for me. That's how the narc looks at things. And the reason that they don't have an issue with the karma is because they really feel like, I got it like that. Everybody loving on me and want me and blah, blah, blah. And I'm always going to have something there. I'm always going to have a good person that wants me. That's how they start believing, because they're lying to themselves all day long. They start believing a lie. Honestly, people, a narc lies so much. That's why they appear to believe their own lies, because they actually are used to lying before telling the truth. A narc will lie first, just out of habit. They'll create a lie first. But when, they're doing at the end of an entanglement, see, when you cut them off, when you cut the narc off, see, they got to run back to the bench. They got to run back to the bench and pull somebody off the bench. Because a narc is never going to do any work on themselves, people. Never. There's no such thing as working on yourself to a narc. Working on yourself to a narc means I got me a new supply. And yeah, I'm going to fake and pretend with y'all like I got it together mentally, emotionally. I woosah, I do yoga, I'm jogging, I'm getting in shape, I'm doing this. But everything that they do, that they claim that they're working on themselves, remember this, everything they do is superficial. Everything. It's all about vanity. That's it. It's nothing really going on up there. They're making no changes. Even the ones who going to the doctor pretending that they're actually trying to get some help. They're not. A narcissist doesn't really feel anything is wrong with them. And then they're going to blame everything on you anyway. A narc is going to blame everything on you that happened anyway. They do not care about anything that you may think they're going to tell the truth about. They're not. They've never told the truth before. They're not going to start today. It's not going to happen. Everything is going to be your fault. It starts out as your fault. It's going to always be your fault. And they're not going to stop telling people it's your fault. You. They're going to go on their social media. They're going to trash you. They are going to trash you. They're going to do everything they can do to destroy your reputation. And you're sitting there thinking, wow, and this is the thing, people. A lot of people, try to look at things like they have a good situation and they want everybody to think they have a good situation. But remember this, people. When y'all looking at the internet, remember, people are only showing you the good highlights. Okay? The only thing that people are going to show you are the good pictures, the good angles. They're not going to show you the angle that their stomach's sticking way out here and when they're not sucking it in and, when their hair not done and all of that. People are not showing you all of that on the internet. They're showing you the good days, the good times. And they're showing them to you because most of the time, not everybody, but most of the time, that's the only time they feeling good. That's the only time they got a break from the narc that they're dealing with to even be able to pretend that they're happy. So when you see the narc on their social media and they're doing the most and they're acting like this and that, remember, that narc is doing that, but they're doing it because you got it. They're doing it, and they're doing it because they're pretending, and they're pretending with you. They want you to think that they're having all this great time and everything in their life has changed for the better. And yeah, they got 1, 2, 3, 4 photos that they done put out there by the time they were smiling. And then they had to go right back to being who they are. A total sack of trash, dog, trash, pig, / whatever. That's it. That's their life. And that's the life you choose when you choose to stay with it. When you choose to stay with one of them things, man, you've chosen hell. You've chosen hell. There is no heaven there, and it will never be heaven. There will only be gloom and doom with a narcissist. That's it. You're never going to be happy. You're never going to live to your fullest potential while you're with that trash. You're never going to reach your peak. You're never going to love yourself. Never. That narc is there to make sure every single day they're going to stay on your neck every day. They're not going to give you a break. You're not getting no breaks with them. That narc is going to stand on your throat every single day, and they do not care. They are all about self. They are selfish trash. They are not with you to make your life better. Okay? And I don't care what you think y'all did together or got together or whatever. They are not there to make you better. They only get things with you to keep you where you at. That's it. They marry you to keep you where you're at. They have children with you to keep you where you're at. They're not doing these things because they want to have a happy life with you. No, they're doing it because they're trifling. And they want to make your life hell. And they want to keep you in hell. A narcissist, you heard that saying that misery loves company? That's a narcissist. A narcissist is misery and they want some company. Listen, people, that's my video. I want to thank you. I appreciate everybody for supporting me. Everybody that gives me, man, I love you guys. I thank you. I appreciate you. If you're new to my channel, I want you to push that subscribe button. A lot of great content, a lot of big things coming up. And I mean big things coming up, people. This thing is just getting started. Okay? Just getting started. Love you. Peace. Thank you. Subscribe, share, comment. Leave it in the comments, people. The comments is where it's at. Love your comments, people. I love them. Love it, love it, love it. Thanks again. And I'll see you guys soon. If you want to reach out to me for coaching, go on to my Facebook or my Instagram. I know the list might be a little long, but listen, I'm still going to get to everybody in there. Just wait your turn out. I'm going to get to you. Okay? No one will be left behind. Now, every now and then when I'm setting things up, but I'm kind of putting a delay on things right now because I'm trying to set it up so that I can start fresh and I can pull people in groups, and we're going to do it just like that. Okay, I just got a new system that I'm working on, and you guys are going to see everything within a few days. All right, thanks again. I appreciate you. See you on the next one. Also, my Facebook group, please go join Narcissist Anonymous 101, the Empath Tribe. You got to get in there with us, people. It's all love in there.